Blah, 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 blah. Hello, internet type people. Wait, what's my hair doing? Oh god. Hello, internet type people. ADHD has been a big part of my life, and so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to kind of blabber on and fill you in on kind of like my life and my story with ADHD, and just let you know that it's not something to be ashamed of if you do have a mental illness. ADHD affects your dopamine pathways. I'm not a scientist. Taking a concentration in my 4 courses of psychology probably makes me basically a scientist. No. But yeah, so I can't explain that. Look it up, you'll find it. But it affects your brain. That sounds so dumb. It does though. When I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I had all those typical symptoms, and I still do, obviously, because I'm still ADHD, just inability to pay attention, hyperactivity, just can't focus, could not sit, could not work on stuff, anger management, just all these different things. My parents took me to behavior management to kind of see what's going on, and then we went to a psychologist from there who tested me. There's different tests and things you can do, and I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 8. ADHD can come with different other disorders too. So I also have depression. So since I was 8 years old, I have been diagnosed with depression and ADHD and have been taking a medication for it every day since then. One of the ways that I've always described my attention span and thinking, just because I'm a very visual person, is, I wish I had one, but I don't think anybody owns these balls anymore. They're those balls that are made of like plastic pieces, and they're small and they're kind of like pokey, and then you can like expand the ball and it becomes like huge with all those pieces, right? But then you can like bring it back in. So what I describe as like paying attention to something or doing homework is being able to make that ball small, like zero in on something. But because of my ADHD, it feels like it's like huge, and to focus, it takes all of my energy and exertion to like squeeze that ball back together so I can focus on one thing. My brain's going a million miles an hour. So that's how I describe it, and because of the medicine, it helps me keep that ball small. That's a good rhyme. When I'm focusing on things like homework and other things like that. I was always so embarrassed. I never told anybody I was ADHD. I didn't want people to know. I didn't want people to think that I was strange because of this. And so I never told anybody. I didn't have a reason to. Like, I would sneak my medicine when I had to, but it was always inside, and it's part of who I am. And so it felt weird not telling people. The first time I ever said that I had ADHD, stupid. I was at Miss America's Outstanding Teen, and my onstage question in front of everybody was a question about test taking and taking attention medicine, like taking Vyvanse, Adderall, Ritalin, all that before tests like the SAT or ACT. And I had never told anybody I had ADHD. So embarrassing. And so in front of everyone at Miss America's Outstanding Teen, Miss America's asking me the question, or has the microphone handed to me. I said I was ADHD. Mortifying. I just didn't know how else to explain or answer the question without being like, I have ADHD, that's not fair. You should be able to take medicines that make me equivalent to you. Like, I needed to take this test, you don't. That gives you a very unfair advantage. And so that was the first time I ever admitted it. And then I realized, like, after I admitted it, I was like, that wasn't bad. Like, that wasn't bad. I just said that to everybody. I'm sure I could say it to more people. And if people see me as someone with ADHD who is high achieving, as a high achieving, motivated person, then maybe people will see ADHD isn't bad, and it's not something for little crazy kids who can't sit still. I can't sit still. That is true. That is a true statement. People probably think, yeah, like, you can't be ADHD. You're an adult. Adults don't have ADHD. Ugh, I'm an adult. Ew. But my freshman year of college, so I was 19, I decided to test myself to see if I was still ADHD. I was like, I've been on this medicine for a long time. Maybe I should stop and see what happens. So I stopped cold turkey, all of my medicine. It's probably not a good idea. I didn't consult a doctor. I should have done that. Don't do this. But I was like, let's just test it. And I stopped taking all medicine. Oh God, did life spiral out of control. It was a good 2 months without it. I'm gonna try some medicine, be like, oh, maybe I just need ADHD, maybe I just need the depression medicine. And it wasn't pretty. My grades were slipping. I was not able to complete my homework as well. I was also doing unsafe things and taking my medicine only on occasional days. And then I was just on this crazy roller coaster, and I was also having like withdrawal symptoms at first too, and I just couldn't focus. I couldn't focus. And I was also getting depressed again because I wasn't taking that medicine either. And it was painful. It was painful that I realized, yeah, I am ADHD. I still need to take this. It's part of my life. And it will be, because there's no cure. There's ways to take care of it, which is, in my case, medicine. So I started taking it again, and thank goodness. I'm on it until the day I die. That's fine with me, because it makes me feel in control of myself and shows like who I am and want to be, who I really am, because it's hard to doubt about it for me. People would always say, people still say, like, oh, Emma, she's crazy and loud. I take all of these things now as a good thing, but they've also are a negative in my life sometimes. Different personalities sometimes don't click with it as well. Different situations don't click with it as well. And so, those are things I've learned to control and understand and try to look introspectively at how I'm reacting to different situations and understand, is it me or is it my ADHD? Which is hard, but it's definitely something that I've been able to grow with in my, 22 years of life. It's not something that came easy when I was in high school figuring it out, but it's something that I've been figuring out more and more now. ADHD doesn't define a person, and it can last into adulthood. It can last forever. It's not something that you can cure. It's how your brain is. It's how my brain is. Stop the stigma of mental illness, basically. If you hear about someone with depression or anxiety or ADHD, know that it's not their fault. So just think twice before judging people based on mental illness, or thinking that, oh, you can't do things because of your mental illness. The main point of this video is just to tell you my story, so you see, if you want to learn more about ADHD or me or case with it, just my life with it and how it affects me. I hope you got something out of this. So remember, subscribe. I make new videos every Sunday and Wednesday. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Help me get some engagement on these videos, and comment down below. Let me know if you have any stories you want to share about mental illness, or any tips that you have that have helped you with your ADHD. And also leave any questions down below. If you have any questions about ADHD that I can answer, I would love to. Thank you guys for watching. Bye! Yes.